Every time another is trends in Nigeria, we all react for a few days and move on. But these victims who might end up as survivors or not, I mean, there is a 50-50 chance here. They don't move on from this quickly. Some stay stuck for years. Recently, it's been from one case to another, but the most recent popular one, because I am sure there are so many we don't hear about, is the case between the 20-year-old virgin and the popular content creator who also happens to be married and has two beautiful daughters between the ages of 6 to 10. And I keep wondering, where does this stop? And what even broke my heart about this particular situation is that she ended her life for no reason. And whether you like it or not, there are a few learnings for parents, intending parents like myself, and young adults. And here's what I learned. Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Cheta and I create content in Abuja, Nigeria. You are in the right place. Please smash the subscribe button down below, okay? To my returning guys, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for your love and your support. I appreciate every single one of you. Please guys, subscribe, okay? And yeah, let's jump straight into today's video because I have a lot to say. Where do I even start from? In recent times, there has been a lot of cases. In fact, right now, I would say that there is a pandemic in Nigeria. And thankfully, because of social media, we hear a lot about this. There is the awareness of it, but these things still happens every single day. There's so many popular stories. We've heard of the Ochanya story. We've heard of the abducted victims and how a lot of them go through serious situations of being like that we don't even talk about. And this new story that I'm about to talk about in this particular video is one that really broke my heart. I don't even know where to start from, but it is so painful. Okay, so there is this popular content creator who is based in Asaba, Delta State. He's called Odogu Asaba. He talks about enlightening young girls on how to be careful, not to fall prey of men, how to be wise, you know. And this guy is married with two beautiful daughters between the ages of 6 and 10 and also has a son. I think so. I am not sure. Now, there is this young girl called Favor. She's based in Ugeli. I believe this is Edo State. I am not sure. And according to her story, she had family problems and was looking for a way to make money. Now, her thought process was, I'm looking for maybe any way I can get a job, maybe content creation, now that some social media platforms have monetized Nigerians like Facebook, yeah. So she reached out to this guy and she said, oh, hello, this is my situation. I have family problems. I'm trying to see how I can learn maybe content creation. Like if you can help me, since you're a popular, well-known content creator and you must have known the pathway, right? She also opened up to this guy. She saw him as a big brother. She opened up to tell him that, oh, okay, there's this particular man that has been helping her. But he said, moving forward, if he has to continue helping her, then she has to sleep with him. But she's a virgin and she's not willing to like give up her virginity for that. So please, if you can help her and onboard her to learn content creation. And the guy was like, oh, okay, sure, I can help you, you know, but you need to come down to Asaba from Ugeli, I believe Edo State to Asaba. And yeah, of course, she wanted help. So she got to the park. According to what she said, on that day, he video called her so that she was at the park and sent her an exact travel fare. Ladies, any man that tells you to come and ask you for travel fare and ask you for the price of your travel fare and sends you the exact figure is a red flag. Just run for your life. I'm going to drop this comment here. He sent her the money. She gets to Asaba. She went straight to his shop, met him. They talked, you know. And then he was like, okay, let's go to my hotel room. She said, according to her, her thought process was like, this guy is popular. He's on social media. I'm sure he wouldn't want to do anything to maybe spoil his image online. So there's no cause for alarm. So she went there. On getting to the hotel room, before you know what, the guy started coming close to her that he likes her, right? And trying to do a lot of things. And she was begging the guy that, please, this is not why she's here. They discussed that, okay, she will come and learn how to create content. I mean, she had similar offer in another state, but she's turned it down. That, okay, here, please, I'm strictly here to learn. This is not what I came for. And the guy was pleading with her, begging her. And when she was not budging, what did he do? He literally forced himself on her. And guys, when this girl described the particulars, like she described it, it was traumatic for me. Me that was just hearing it. It was traumatic. Now, after he had his way with her, of course, she's a virgin. She was bleeding and all of that. So she went to the bathroom. She narrated a lot. I think you guys should just go and source for the video where she was talking about her experience. I'll get there. And eventually she came out. So she said when she came out, she tried to summon courage so that she doesn't look like as if she's, you know, she just laid on the bed and she was jizzing and laughing with him. Because again, this girl is naive. If there's anything you pick from this story, you can tell that this girl is a complete naive individual, right? So she was jizzing and laughing with him, you know. And then he was making statement like he's so happy that he has been wanting, he has been craving to have sex with a virgin, and eventually it's right in front of him. He's so happy that he finally did it, you know. He was still pleading with her and begging her. And then she said when she was laying on the bed, she slept off. When she slept off, maybe she went there in the morning. She slept off, she said it was around evening time, and he was already coming close to her again for a part 2. And in her head, she knew, if I sleep here this night, there is no way this guy won't have his way with me. So she told the guy she needed to go. But because she was still bleeding and he said, okay, she can get some drugs to help with certain things and all whatnot, you know, they discussed that he will send her money for drugs. Now, sending money for drugs. Apparently, the guy was there playing hanky-panky, saying he has bank issues, you know, one thing, acting shady. She was like, okay, she needs to go. Maybe when she gets there, back to Ugeli, they can discuss the whole drug conversation, sending money for drug and whatnot, you know. So she told him to just send her transport money so she can go back. He gave her the transport, exact transport fare of more than 8,000 naira. Oh my God, ladies, please learn. And then she went back to Ugeli. Now, when she got to Ugeli, she was reaching out to this guy and saying that, see, you told me you're going to give me money for medication. I had an infection. I'm feeling some type of way. You know, give me money. Let me go and treat myself. Now, mind you, when she was traveling, she didn't tell her parents. I don't know if I mentioned that in this whole story, but she has a twin sister because this girl is a twin. She just told her twin sister, I am traveling, but didn't really put context to where she was going. I mean, we know normal adolescent behavior now. So she gets back to Ugeli and she's asking the guy, how far? You know, you're not sending me this money. The guy is just going round and round and round and round. Send me this money for this thing now. You know, and the guy was just going round and round, and eventually he said, I'm not sending you anything, yada yada yada. Spoke to her in a very derogatory manner. And I'm sure she looked at it. I lost my virginity. I didn't get anything out of it. This guy didn't even give me the money. He said the other guy in Abuja promised me. Right? The other one that was saying, okay, if I come, he'll give me a certain amount of money, 50K. This one gave me nothing, just gave me my transport fare. Like, what is all this? So she sat down, made a video recording of her entire experience where I put most of this from. And if you see her, you can tell that she was traumatized. She looked like a mess. In a lack of better word. And when she was done making this video, she told everybody to hold him accountable for her death. And according to what I heard, she unalived herself using drinking sniper. So this video she made before she took her life served as maybe like an awareness, or maybe give her parents closure. So they came out to the public. It became like, if you're in Nigeria, I'm sure you must have heard of this story, you know. And then the police went and they arrested the guy, and he's in police custody. And I heard he's begging them to release him right now, you know. And a lot of things I learned personally from this story, and I think it's worth sharing because I know that there are so many young ladies, you know, that watch my video. There are a lot of parents that watch my video. There are a lot of intending parents that watch my video. And here's some of the learnings that I picked from this video. Never trust any man. This is to the young ladies now. So this guy created a persona online that he was always there fighting for women, making sure that they don't get hurt by men, you know, all of that, yeah. But in real life, he wasn't living that part. Social media is social media. It is not reality. People present a lot of persona online. It is not who they are. So whoever it is that is watching this, a young lady, even if someone comes online and acts like a saint and is a pastor and acts like a priest, do not trust and believe them. It might only be a facade, just like we see in this case. Now, this is also for young people who want to delve into content creation. You don't need anybody to teach you content creation. Of course, you can get mentorship. I mentor people, yeah. But you don't even need to be in a physical space with that person. There is something called remote sessions, remote calls. You can meet up with this person remotely and they can show you what to learn. And in a case where you are not financially capable, you know, like this girl now, she wasn't financially capable. All she needed to do was do her research, go online, watch videos, and she would definitely see the path through what she needs. So please do not rely on anybody for anything. Go out there and do your research. And if you really need to have sessions with people, design remote sessions, especially if it's a male counterpart, just to protect yourself. This is also to the young adults. Nobody does anything for you for free. Go with this mentality and to help you out. Whenever a man tells you, come, let me help you, go with an open mind, but never put yourself in a compromising situation. What I mean is, okay, you're looking for a job, you walk up to a young man or a married man and he says, come, let me give you a job. Go with your CV, send your CV, do the right thing. But when you notice that he's straying off the path, maybe telling you, let's meet in a hotel or let's meet in a secluded place, please just know that it is not going to end well. Again, nobody does things for free. You have to work hard. You have to put in effort. It's just the way we are configured in this part of the world. We don't do things for people for free. So please, young people, have that at the back of your mind. It will help you out a lot. People do stuff for people for free, but don't have that mentality, because to help you work hard, push for it. Again, don't get me wrong. If someone says, send me your resume, you're looking for a job, send the resume. But if someone starts going way beyond the normal, typical things like come down here, come here, just know that, see, that person is looking for something else. Now, this one is for parents. Please educate your children properly on sex. Like, give them a proper sex education. Let them know that they have no business being in a secluded place with a man, right? Learning does not happen in a hotel room. It happens in public places. Let them know that you cannot put yourself in compromising situations, okay? Give them that awareness. Learning, again, does not happen in a hotel room. I believe this girl, she got some sort of sex education or closure. Let them know that when someone starts demanding crazy things from you, like, oh, travel down, there is something else at the agenda. Like, have open conversations with your kids. I'm saying this because personally, I didn't really have this. My parents didn't really give me sex education. I had to figure it out myself. And people figure it out in so many wrong ways. So parents, it is your due diligence to make sure you educate your children and let them know certain things, especially with regards to sex and, interaction with the opposite sex, basically. Same thing with boundaries. Parents, teach your kids boundaries. Let them know where to match their break. Let them know where to stop. I wish everybody can know that not everybody loves them that much and wants the best for them. Let them know where to pump their brakes, because young people don't understand the concept of boundary, and this applies to both sexes, whether male, whether female. It applies to both sexes. Boundary is very important, and parents, you need to emphasize and teach from when they are kids. Please, boundaries. Now, this one is for victims. Is not a death sentence. You can always bounce back. It is not the end of the world. It has happened, fine. You can always move on from it. I wish someone had told this girl. I wish someone had let her know that she didn't have to end her life for no just cause, okay? It's not a death sentence. You will bounce back. Please always open up to people. Let them know you are not the first, you are not the second, you are not the last. Just know that it happens to every other person. So don't feel like it's your fault and keep holding it in, and take drastic decisions. Please speak up. I beg you. Now, when this girl was narrating her story, there were some things she said that I picked. She said, one, her parents will be disappointed in her. How will she tell her parents she went to Asaba to see a man? If she tell the police that she went to see a man, they will blame her for it. And it's very true. Parents, learn to communicate properly to your children. And if they open up to you about little things, don't make it feel like they've done the whole world. Now, I'm sure there are scenarios in the past where this girl has made mistakes and her parents felt like, oh, she has disappointed them and the reaction was crazy. I'm sure that's why. Or not. I'm just assuming here, right? So parents, create a policy where you don't make your children feel like, they have so much to hold on to. They can't talk to you. They will disappoint you. You'll be upset with them. All of those things actually lead people to drastic decisions. If I'm being honest with you, there was a time when I was growing up and I was so scared of my dad that I said, if I eventually get pregnant, I am that child. I said it to myself subconsciously, and that was because I was scared of my father. So parents, build a relationship with your child where when they are faced with a situation, they know that, okay, their parent got their back. They will shout, they will complain, but they got their back, And people out there, when someone is, the first thing that should come to your mind shouldn't be, what should they find? Go there. Why she wear short skirts? That's a very toxic mentality. If you think that way, you are a problem. She has the right to dress however she chooses to. She has the right to go wherever she chooses to. You have to have self-control as a man, not to somebody. Don't come and say, she did what? Please, don't ever come and blame the victim for one thing or the other. You are the problem because you lack self-control. Now, this one is to parents that pressure their children to become breadwinners at an early stage. please stop pressuring your kids. You've seen where it has driven this girl to an early grave because she felt she had a lot of family problems. She had to solve it. Maybe she was responsible for herself. So many people, I know so many people that saw themselves through school. So many people that not only saw themselves through school, they saw themselves through school. They took care of their younger ones, took care of their parents when their parents were alive and well. So parents, please stop pressuring your children. Please stop pressuring your kids, okay? You are the one solely responsible for them, not the other way around. So when they get to a certain age, don't start pressuring them for money and all of that. It's a very, very, very popular behavior now in Nigeria and maybe some other African countries, and it's becoming a problem because see what it has cost now, the life of this young girl. Parents, please refrain from this. Now, ladies, always listen to your instinct. Your instinct will never lie to you, right? I'm sure if this girl listened to her instinct, there were certain cues she would have picked up, but she was overly trusting. She discarded her instinct. She didn't pay attention, and look at where it landed her today. So please, human beings in general, listen to your instinct. It will never lead you astray. Men, please learn that no is no. No is not maybe. No is not oh no. No is no. If you tell a lady that this is your intention and she says no, let her be. If you tell a lady this is your intention and she comes to your hotel room and gets there and says no, let her be. If you tell a lady this is your intention, she comes to your hotel room, she agrees, you're ready, you remove your whatever, and then she says last minute, oh no, I'm overwhelmed. No. Let her go. No is no. A lot of men really need to learn self-control because it's becoming a huge problem in the society and the world generally. No is no. Learn that, men. Please stop harming our ladies. Even in marriage, if she says no for tonight, it is no. Men, please learn to control yourselves and stop putting us through this turmoil. I beg you guys. Now, like I mentioned, this guy has 2 young daughters, and I went through the comment section of the video where one of his children picture that was trending on TikTok, and I saw this comment and I was devastated. This guy is his daughter didn't do anything to anybody. This is where it starts from. It is inappropriate. Even if he did something bad, you have no right to drop this comment to a child. This is a child, for heaven's sake. What is wrong with you people? Like, what is the problem? Can you guys learn boundaries? I saw another comment on another post and I'm like, what exactly is going on in the world today? Like, we need to learn to control ourselves and the nonsense we put out there. We can't work with our emotions. Because our father chose to be an idiot doesn't mean we have to cascade it down to the girl. It is so inappropriate, and I was irritated. Honestly, my skin was itching. You can't be doing that. You can't be dropping such comments. Like, it is just crazy and out of bounds, honestly. To say that I am not pissed about this entire situation, I am lying. I mean, you can tell from the way I am speaking. I am so upset. I am so pissed. I am so mad. But the only prayer I pray is that the parents and the family of this girl gets justice. I pray her twin sister is able to move past this, because you can imagine losing your own twin. It's crazy. My heart goes out to their family, and I pray that they get the justice that they deserve. So over to you guys. Are there any other learnings you think the young adults can learn? Because like I said, I know I have young adults following me. Drop them in the comment section, educate them, let them know if there's anything I didn't say, I failed to speak about. Drop them in the comment section so that they can learn from this experience, okay? Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and do not forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys next week for hopefully a better and more cheerful video. Bye guys.